Welcome to the 7th grade podcast. This is Mr. Gornto. Today we're going to talk about photosynthesis and respiration. We're going to have a quiz on this Thursday, and then we're going to do our unit test on it on Tuesday. It's just two simple standards. Basically, if you understand with respiration, or the exchange of carbon and carbon dioxide within the environment, we're really talking about plants will take in the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and then they release oxygen, and we take that oxygen in and then release carbon dioxide. Now, keep in mind, plants, they use the carbon from that carbon dioxide in the process of photosynthesis, and that's how they get the carbon, is through carbon dioxide within the atmosphere. So photosynthesis is just the process by which plants convert sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide into food energy. We typically call that food energy glucose or sugar. They also have oxygen and water that's released during this process. The chloroplast is an elongated cell organelle that contains chlorophyll. This is where the photosynthesis takes place. If you remember in class when we said, hey, when we talk about these chloroplasts, these are they're kind of like the kitchen, really. So if we're going to relate, chloroplast is like the kitchen. This is where it's going to take place. This is where the food is made. And the chlorophyll, well, it's kind of like the chef. Because this is a green molecule which uses light energy to change the H2O and CO2, carbon dioxide, into sugar and oxygen. Now, this is your simple photosynthesis equation, excuse me. But the real equation, what we really look at is down here, because it takes 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of carbon dioxide to make 6 oxygen molecules and 1 molecule of glucose. But simplified, it looks like this. We take water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight, and it yields glucose and oxygen. That's the whole thing simplified. So when we really look at this chlorophyll, that's that green molecule that's within the chloroplast. It absorbs the sunlight and then uses the sunlight to change the water and carbon dioxide and the nutrients in the soil. Remember, the water and the soil is coming up through the roots into food. The chlorophyll then processes the ingredients into glucose or sugar, plant food. And then byproducts, oxygen and water will be released. The oxygen and water that's released are going to be released through the stoma or the stomata. These are the many openings in a leaf or stem that allows the gas exchange to occur. Now, in winter, when plants lose their leaves or some trees lose their leaves, what they've done is they've stored up enough of this to make it through time. Now, keep in mind, there can also be, in the stem, some of these chloroplasts that contain chlorophyll. Those cells could be in the stem, and they can still continue to make the food. So wherever we have these chloroplasts, wherever that kitchen is, that's where photosynthesis is going to occur. So if it's in the leaf, it's going to occur in the leaf. If it's in the stem, it's going to occur in the stem. Now, the chlorophyll processes the ingredients to make the food, and then when we talk about cellular respiration, we're talking about using the oxygen to convert food into energy for us. For plants, it's converting the food into energy. The stoma, again, is the openings that allows the gas exchange to take place. That's where it's allowing the carbon dioxide to come in and the oxygen to go out. And again, we take the oxygen that they release, and we release carbon dioxide, and they take it in through the stoma. During transpiration, water vapor is also released. So transpiration is a little different from respiration. Transpiration is when it releases water vapor. That's the basics of what you need to know. The only other thing that you really need to remember is mitochondria, or these rod-shaped organelles that have a double membrane which converts the energy stored in glucose into ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. We call it energy. So we're just going to refer to it as energy at this point. But if we remember, hey, this mitochondria, it converts the energy stored in the glucose. So once the plant makes its food, it converts the energy in that food into energy for the cell. Once you know that, you're going to do great on your quiz. Make sure you study over your notes, and make sure you study your vocabulary, and you'll do just fine. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.